Hey everybody, thank you so very much for taking time for tuning in another one of my videos. I want to apologize for making two videos in one day. I made earlier the video about the ATF rating polymer 80. And then the reason I'm making this video right now instead of waiting is my daughter and her family are visiting from another state to have an early Christmas because they couldn't get the time off for during Christmas itself. So they're in town, but I wanted to address this on video. You know, a lot of people, especially the new subscribers, don't know that I've been making YouTube videos for off and on for 7 years. So of course, as you probably know, that people that put themselves on YouTube will get trolls, idiots, scumbags, whatever you want to call them. And you know, people say, you know, don't feed the trolls, and I usually try not to. But if they're being just belligerent, saying just totally making stuff up or arguing and cussing out people in the comments, I'm definitely gonna mute them, delete their comments, block them, all of that stuff. And so, and I plan on making different videos responding to comments. Not all comments, because a lot of them are the same or don't make any sense, but ones that are actually accusing me of something or saying things in the comments that are absolutely not true and saying that I said it in the video and I haven't. And I've called people out that in the comments, but not on video. But what brought this to a head is people saying that my story about the ATF coming to my house in mid-October, they're saying that I've made it up. It's not true. They don't believe it. And that I'm doing it to get some type of clout on YouTube, that I'm trying to build my channel, and so forth and so on. And I got quite a few of those comments when I first made those videos. But then overnight, I got some idiot named DBELEX, and he wrote, "Still think your story sounds a little like bullshit." And so I left him a comment, and I try to, you know, be the person that doesn't, you know, I swear like a truck driver in real life, but I don't want to put that on my channel unless somebody really makes me angry. But I gave a comment and tried to make it, you know, actually intelligent, like most of them don't. But then I got thinking, he said still, so did he leave another comment that I didn't know about? Yes, and it was a month ago. There's nothing they can do to you. Sounds like a fake story. So let's go over it, and I'm not gonna hash out, you know, go over the whole thing. Also, if people are watching this video about the ATF coming to my house and you've never heard anything about it before until now, you need to go watch those first two videos, part 1 and part 2, in mid-October. It'll catch you up to speed. So let's go over it. So did I decide to make videos that were not truthful about the ATF coming to my house? Now, a lot of people didn't care or commented. Some of them commented and said, you know, condolences that my mother passed away on October 21st. And I was the lone caregiver for her, no help at all, for 5 years straight. Taking her to her doctor's appointment, taking care of her, bathing her, feeding her, did everything that entails it, taking doctor's appointment. There was one time for a whole year that for once a week for a whole year, I took her to a doctor's appointment that she had to have wound care taken care of because she had open sores. And then she got real bad about a month or so before she passed away, and she was in the hospital for about a month. So when she was in the hospital for a month, and I was, you know, waiting for calls, and got tons of calls from different doctors every single day and nurses. Did I start making the story up then? Like I said, she was in the hospital for about a month, and then you get a call that there's nothing to be done, she needs to be put in hospice. And she was in hospice for 17 days before she passed away. And then for those 17 days, I went there every day and sometimes twice a day to spend time with her. So did I make up this story then? And then after her passing away, for a month and a half until the ATF came to my house, and I was grieving, did I make up this story then? And then, not only concoct a story, but to print things up to make the story sound real or look real? Did I go out to a printing place and have somebody print up one card that has the ATF symbol on it? And of course I've got it covered up because it's got an ATF agent's name and information that I don't want out there because people will be freaking idiots. And then also, did I take time, I'm covering up a phone number that says, Troy, please call me when I came home and found the card that one day when I wasn't here. And then when they did come visit, and I told in length everything about it, and people complained that the videos were way too long, and I showed a copy on my tablet, a picture that I took of the letter, because they said they didn't have a copy for me, and of course I refused to sign that letter. And so then for me to make supposedly a fake video, that I received this certified letter in the mail covering up more information that cost $6.80. So did I make that up and send a certified letter to myself? And then, as I said, then do a typo and it not saying it's to Troy but to Tony? Guess I made that up too. And inside I said in there was a copy of the actual letter that they presented to me, the cease and desist letter. So that I take time and make this letter up, whatever on Word or whatever you do on the computer, make it up. Let me cover all this information up that I don't want seen out there. Make this letter up, and then put this notice of unlicensed firearms dealing in violation of federal law, and put where it says U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. So I then took time and printed that all up, and then went. I don't have a printer at home. Some people do, so I guess somebody could have made this. And so what would somebody have to benefit by doing this? Like I said, in some of the comments, people were saying that I was trying to grow my channel, that I'm doing it for views. It was clickbait. But also you have to sit there and think, I wish people, before stupid things pop in their head, but they actually try to use their brain for a second. If somebody did make up all this stuff and make up cards and cease and desist letters and certified mail that have U.S. Department of Justice, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms on both of these and on the card, and have a gold symbol for the ATF badge, and it wasn't true, don't you think that somebody from the ATF would have known already and came after me? Sure they would have. And that's where it just angers me that people come up with crap like this. And like I said, I shouldn't have to, and people will say in the comments, well, you shouldn't have. But then when this guy puts down where he says it sounds like a fake story and people give it a thumbs up, well, then I'm going to squash it right away. And then of course I shouldn't have to apologize, but I'm going to have to apologize again because this video is over 8 minutes, and there's sissy boys out there that say that their time is so precious watching, and they don't have time to watch the videos. Turn them off if you don't like how long that they are. So that's the video. I'm going to go spend some time with my family and my first grandchild, that the last time I got to see him, he was a little baby, and now he's a toddler and running around. I'm going to go enjoy that instead of dealing with idiots on freaking YouTube. We'll see you in the next video.